You've probably heard of Hyperliquid, you've probably heard of Aster, but have you heard of BlueFin? That is today's video. We are going to talk about the first decentralized major perpetual futures exchange on the SUI blockchain. I'm Jackie Dutton, the host of Let Her Cook on BSCN. We are live Mondays and Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, and this video today is just a general overview / first impression of using BlueFin on the SUI network. So if you want to see more, make sure you follow along. So as always, nothing I say is financial advice. Please do your own research. Never risk more than you are willing to lose. Keep track of your seed phrase at all time. When in doubt, have a little patience. Don't just buy in. Now that we've got all the housekeeping things out of the way, let's get into our video on BlueFin. So today I'm actually going to use the web-based platform, and I'm going to do this inside of the Slush wallet. Slush is a SUI native DeFi wallet, and I'm going to put up the screen recording behind me so that we can follow along as I use this app. I do have to tell you, just as a forewarning, I am in the US, and if you are going to try and use BlueFin is actually not available for US customers. So if you are in the US but you are not based in the US and you still want to log into your account, or you just want to log into BlueFin, you would need to use a VPN. Just as a general upfront honest comment right off the bat, I did try to use this earlier in a web browser, and I don't know if it was the speed of my VPN or if it was something to do with the browser experience, but being based in the US, using a VPN, trying to use BlueFin, it was very, very difficult. Again, I'm not sure if that had something to do with the VPN connection, but I was having a lot of difficulties. But then when I went to my phone and I used it inside the Slush wallet, this became a beautiful and seamless experience. And I will tell you that I actually found the mobile experience to be a lot more pleasant than the browser experience anyway. So if I was going to use this, I probably use the charting on a browser just to watch the charts, but I would probably use my mobile device to place the orders. So if you've heard of Hyperliquid, you've heard of Aster, you generally know the basic concept of a fully decentralized perpetual futures trading experience, meaning that you do not need to submit KYC, your identification. It's not like Coinbase or Binance. Consequently, you can just kind of log in and rock and roll, which makes this great, and that was kind of the original point of crypto. There are several other features that BlueFin specifically offers, and we will start talking about those as we really get into it. So one of the best features is that BlueFin actually has an in-app app, if you will. If you go to the Slush wallet, inside, and then you go down to the bottom tab, there's the little browser icon that's about 4 icons over. There are connected apps. BlueFin's already connected on mine, but if you scroll down to the ones that are already kind of built into the SUI wallet, BlueFin is, just one large scroll all the way down. So you can see that, and you would tap that, and it would take you directly to bluefin.io. So the first thing that opens up when I get to the page inside of the Slush wallet app is the standard DEX. I think we've all seen this, so this is just a standard swap. And just for the purpose of this experiment here, I am actually going to trade some SUI for the native token of BlueFin's trading app, which is Blue. So when I select Blue, and then let's say we're going to trade 5 SUI, which is about $8.27. And this is just going to give you your standard information of the fees, the breakdown, and slippage. And this updates lightning fast as well. So we're going to swap. And one of the things that's really touted about BlueFin is how fast it is. So this is just the standard DEX. I'm going to scroll through all the information here and just say approve. And that was swapped. Perfect. A few other really amazing features that you can also use within just the standard DEX here is limit orders, and then you can also do a dollar cost average order. So this gives you the option to set your min or max price and you can just auto buy if you are looking to slowly kind of clip into something. Maybe there's been some volatile price action, maybe, you know, you just got paid, or you know that every 14 days you're going to have an extra $50 available and you just want to buy into a particular asset. This would set that up for you to be able to do that, as long as it's in your crypto wallet. It's not going to take it like right out of your bank account. And we are going to go over, so down here at the very bottom you have swap, chart, and advanced. So the chart is a pretty standard visual experience, kind of like, you know, DEX tools or CoinMarketCap or any one of those. The chart is actually very responsive. It's really fast. And the UX UI is really nice. I think it just looks really clean and very standard for what we're kind of used to seeing. For advanced, this is also just kind of displaying the buy and sell orders of the moment. This is a very, very fast, enjoyable, easy experience. So now, second from the left on the bottom, we're going to go over to the bread and butter, which is the perps. So perpetual futures are a way for you to make money, leveraged if you would like, on margin. Don't trade on any of these unless you really know what you're doing, you've really done your research. But it is essentially a way to risk smaller amounts of money and be able to accrue a lot more money by the movement of whatever asset it is that you are buying in a perpetual future. You can accumulate, you know, up to 40x, 50x, 100x, 2x, whatever you risked, but it means that that range is very, very tight, and consequently it could wipe it out very quickly. So always be very careful. Being able to do this really decentralized and on your phone, this is such a nice, easy experience. Depending on how you like to trade, let's say you are a swing trader and you trade more on like a weekly basis, this is probably a decent experience. You probably don't need a 3-screen setup for something like that. Down at the very bottom of the main perp screen, you're going to have the positions that it shows. I have no open positions. The orders, the trades, the funding, and the transfers. Very standard setup. This is really typical for basically any kind of user experience that you would have with a perpetual futures platform, but this is very clean. I also like that there is a conditional experience over here that you can, let's say Bitcoin drops down to 80 grand and you want to scoop some up. This would immediately auto add that for you. Shockingly clean for a mobile app. So next we're going to go over to the Earn tab. So BlueFin is a little unique in that via a collaboration with AlphaFi, they turned their app into an all-in-one hub. Users can lend assets for passive yield, borrow against collateral, provide liquidity for fees, or deposit into vaults for structured strategies. The all-time TVL right now is 66, almost 0.7 million, and the total earnings are almost $1 million, 960K, with over 37,000 depositors. But they have a nice little tutorial inside the app of how to deploy capital. So ultimately, you have all these different vaults that you can pick from here. There's a bunch of different APYs for these vaults. These are actually pretty high for a crypto standard. The Walrus vault is 38.76% APY. So down at the bottom, it shows that there are vaults, pools, or lending. So pools are just standard, your regular, you put up 2 different assets that are trading. So you can provide these pairs in a custom price range for more efficient swaps. And then you can also earn fees only in this range. And I guess there's also an auto rebalancing tool that optimizes your positions. Lastly, we have the lending and borrowing. And currently there are quite a few supported assets. So how it works is that you would deposit assets to earn interest, and then rates will rise with the demand that is happening for the borrowed assets. So let's say that a lot of people are looking to borrow SUI. So you could put up your SUI, you could deposit it, and as people borrow more and more SUI, the rate rises, kind of like a supply and demand rule, and therefore you would then earn money on your deposited SUI because more and more people are borrowing it. So I did ask Grok for a little help just in case you were curious about how to use this appropriately, and it says some key insights here are the highest supply APRs are best for aggressive yield farming, but they carry higher volatility and liquidation risks. These stable options like USDC or SUI, for instance, they offer reliable, lower risk yields with strong liquidity. So the last thing to really look at here is there is a portfolio section, and this actually just shows you what's in your wallet. So this is the amount total that's in my wallet right now. So overall, I have really enjoyed the experience with BlueFin inside of the Slush app. I think it's a great in-app or in-browser app experience when it just so seamlessly and easily connects to your wallet. As I mentioned before, if you are a customer based in the US, you would need a VPN in order to even access it, as BlueFin is not currently available to US customers, so do your own due diligence that way. I'm Jackie Dutton, the host of Let Her Cook, live on BSCN. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with a friend, and let me know what you would love to see next. That's all for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.